Okay. All right, that looks good enough. Oh man, I hadn't found a belt this morning. I feel like I'm gonna be battling with my own pants all day. All right, let's see if we can stripe this first one. That's a beating on it. Okay. That will work. Probably going to be in the rough here, but that's pretty much where I live on this hole. So, no surprises there. There's this first ball at. Of course. Absolutely, of course. And this little punch out from over here is getting old. Couldn't be a more awkward stance here. All right. Back over to where I need it to be at least. Even if that was a sloppy. Okay, I should be able to bend something here. Maybe try to bend a hybrid over there. Okay. Let me give them 1 sec just in case. I'd hate to be that guy. Pretty much already that guy. was definitely that guy 2 days ago. All right, let's bend this sucker. Bend it like Beckham. Here we go. Oh, that was horrendous. Let's see what one might have looked like had it not totally failed. Ah, like that. So interesting. Well, well. Okay. Don't really love what I've done for myself here. This is going to be my 4th shot, and it is almost certainly not going to hit the green. Okay. Okay. At least I got it up out of there. That stuff was thick. All right, now in an alternative universe, we get to see what player B would have done. All right, let's see if we can't find a club that might find the green. Just watched a Golf Digest video on this. Let's see if we can at least get it there. Oh, you need to sit. Okay, that actually did sit. Look at that. All right, where'd that other ball go? Dude, all these little puffs of fertilizer. I can't tell where the heck the actual ball is. Let's think about that a hot second. It should be right here. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see what I can do with this here. Okay, need to hole this out for par. Just a quick hole out. No big deal. stop rolling anytime. There we go. Well, it's on the green, but that's about all I can say for it. Maybe should have taken less club there. I don't know. I don't know. Would have loved to have tucked that closer, though. This is going to be a tough bogey putt. Okay. Man, wish I was playing this red ball. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Good line. Just needed a little more on that, but tough sell to hit it much harder than that. Back third of this, probably back half, is all just downhill. Oh, gross. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, well, I'm ready to vomit in my mouth. Can't make a putt on the first. Okay. That was horrendous at best. Classic move from par triple right there. All right, well, rough start there. Not a good drive, not a good punch out, not a good hybrid. Halfway decent 6-iron. Just got swallowed up by the rough. And then that was some absolutely lackluster, lazy putting. You know, that's the kind of putting where some people would swear they need a new putter. I can accept, though, that that was just sloppy putting. But you know what? I get 17 more tries. And I really can't complain about that. And it cost me a grand total of $0 additional since, you know, they already have my money. All right, let's see what we can do with this. And we'll try out a red ball here. I don't know if it's actually any easier to see or not, but let's find out. All right, here comes the most chewed up tee box on the whole course. Thank God. Okay. Oh my God, I did the same thing the other day. Jesus. This is the easiest shot on the course, I swear. Freaking kills me when I mess this up. Yeah, it's on the green. Okay. Early rise. Yeah, there we go, golf wrenching. I see you, my dude. Let's see here. All right. Let's see what we can do with this here. Scoot on up to this green here. Golf wrench, I got to tell you, man, I'm excited to see you come on down there and play at East Point, dude. It's going to be an amazing time for you, I honestly believe. I had a great time going down there. Lex, as you may be able to tell, super gracious host. My only suggestion to you is if you play Waterworld, just do not bother to hit shots that are attempting to be in excess of 200 yards. Just keep that thing safe, man. I think that's the only advice I can give you that's worth anything. Let's leave this place a little better than we found it. Okay, now then, lag this thing over here. You know what? Just for Victor Hovey, go ahead and use that alignment one time for the Hove. I don't know. He plays professional golf. He might be onto something. That was okay. Okie dokie. And we are out of this one. And if you don't count my horrendously bad initial tee shot, that's a par, right? If you just don't count shots, it's a par. All right, got a little par 4 coming up here. I am behind an old man parade. So we'll see if at some point they want to wave me through. They may. Here we go. Didn't see. Oh, good. I'm glad you didn't see that. I was like, oh, hey, let's put one of these this red used Volvic I found yesterday. Let's try that out and see if the camera picks it up. And then just immediately snap hooked out of bounds after one shot. I was like, well, probably a mistake at the ball factory. Couldn't be me and my crappy iron swing. Gotta be a defect. Camera wasn't on hold. Oh, okay. All right. I'll try to do better. I'm still working it out. Hopefully I haven't muted myself yet. No, I'm still Still okay there. Giant learning curve out here. All right, here they go. All right, let's see if I can get you properly aligned here. I'm trying to do less flipping the camera back and forth and just figuring that this is probably good enough. Just leaving it forward facing. They are at the absolute outer limit of my range here. Oh, there we go. It should be a little better. Okay. As soon as they move those carts, I'll go ahead and swing. I just don't want to be that guy again today. Of course, if my drive gets to them, I'll probably just feel good about it. Come on, gentlemen. Let's hit that approach shot. You're like 80 yards from the green. Not a lot to think about here. Just pull out your favorite wedge and hit it. There we go. All right. Ooh, come back a little bit for me, please. Ooh, man, just blasted that down the left-hand baseline. I do believe that's in, but just kind of pulled that one. Hit it pretty solid, but that was the old pull, which for some reason I've been doing on this hole. I don't know if I just have a mental block about going right here or what. But the last probably 3, maybe even 4 times I've played this hole, I've ripped it right over there into the left rough. Where is this thing? Oh, there it is. Wow, that was good. Okay. Happy with that. Pulled it, but damn. Still ripped it. Okay. Right is the miss. Hopefully at least right at the number, though. All right. Let's just take aim at the center of this green here. Okay, dancing. There we go. Ugh. All right, left myself a birdie putt. It's long as hell, but could go in. I've seen crazier things happen. But I did play the number, and I did play it to my desired location. Well, I said middle of green, but right was the correct miss. It was just a little right, almost pin high from where I was. Considering I was taking an angle on it. Oh, cart, don't roll away without me now. If I can two-putt this, I'll consider myself a wizard. Shorter than Not bad. Not bad at all. Not from there, anyway. There we go. A little par on the card. Gotta like that. And more importantly to me, that was a phenomenal two-putt. That was from clear across the green. So in case anybody's curious, the course today is Hobbs Hole in Tappahannock, Virginia. And recently ranked fairly high on Golf Pass, I believe, for public courses in Virginia. So feel lucky to call this my home course. It's not West Palm Beach, but it's something. I've got somebody on the tee box in front of me here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this construction once they're off the box. So I'm going to flip this around and try not to mute myself. So they've been recently dredging out this whole area. They're going to connect it down there to a water feature that you'll see here in a little bit. And honestly, once that happens, I think that's going to be pretty darn nice. Because right now, there's really not a lot of water on this course. So that would add a little something. Let's see if I can get you set up here. Got me at the back of the box today, huh? Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a decent putt. Good lag putt out of me. All right, let's see if I can not fudge this up like I did the last par 3. Just need to get it over there. Oh, wow, that's tracking. Ooh, well, gonna have a look for birdie over there. Where'd that tee go? Thought that was gonna be my forever tee. Oh well, find a new one, I suppose. All right, let's see if I can put that away. That's like actually makeable. That is, near as I can tell from here, pin high. Maybe about 8 feet off. Something like that, maybe 8, 10. All right, love the look of that. Okay. Well, almost pin high. There we go. Oh. Man, leaving craters over here. Just gotta push that all back together. I'm gonna leave a gouge. Okay. Well, let's clean our dirty balls for a moment. Feels pretty flat. Oh, still thought it would break there a little bit. All right, put her away for par. Hey, that's 2 pars in a row now if we're counting. Let's see if we can make it 3. As I generally say that the front is more scoreable than the back, at least until you get to 6, 7, 8. But the first 5 holes here are fairly scoreable. If you're having a halfway decent day and not making stupid mistakes. Okay, so, hey, take it easy, Lex, man. Have a great one. Yeah, thank you, Wrenching. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, here's where they're expanding that whole water feature right now. None of that was really water before. All of that was just kind of reeds. Okay. Let's see how my phone feels. Oh, not even blazing hot. That's amazing. Oh, well, we'll wait it out here. These older guys just hit their tee shots. Looks like I'm hitting a little bit of traffic. But that's okay. This is one of my favorite holes. I love blasting it over this sand trap. So we'll see if that works out, you know. Usually it does. Mm-mm. I'm hoping I can get through the whole front 9. Because last time, or the first stream I should say, um, I got to the next hole before I overheated. But it's not nearly as hot today. So I'm really hoping that I can get through 9. We'll see. All right. Let's see if we can take it right over that trap. So really the safer line here is to the right of the trap. And when I was not hitting my driver quite as well, I just went ahead and sort of played that slice intentionally into the middle of the fairway. Anymore, I'm hitting it a little straighter and more willing to go directly over it. Let's see how far they get here. It should be safe. Okay. Oh man, pulled that left again, but it's going to be far again. Really bringing that left miss into play. What is the camera? Oh, what did it say? Sorry, those messages kind of go quickly. If you could message that one more time, it's a little easier for me to try to catch it as it comes up. Let me see if I can catch that. Your camera is flipped. My camera is flipped. It's mirrored. Oh yeah. Sorry, last time you were playing. Oh, okay. So yeah, last time I kind of forgot to switch the camera back and forth. So I was just thinking, hey, you know, I'll just leave it on the front-facing camera. But I did not consider the fact that that now makes it look like I'm hitting lefty. Not that there's anything against being lefties, you know. You could identify as whatever handedness you want, I suppose. Where the hell did this ball go? Tell me it's not in the middle of this tree. Was that me? Hey, there we go. Well, left here. I'll play it the right way this time. Here we go. I'll switch it around. Okay. So yeah, definitely tugged that thing left again. So weird how, as I keep working to fix that slice, it's like the right side of the course goes away, but man, it opens up a host of new problems. All right, let's just aim at the middle here and see what we can do. If we can get it on that green, I'm going to feel great. Oh, stay right, stay right, stay right. Ah, bad bounce. I'm in the bunker. Okay, time to do something cool. All right. Man, that was the number two, but just tough to get it out of there. All right, where am I at? Where am I at? Yeah, actually, just a little past the flag here. Okay. Gotta do something cool. Here we go. Now, admittedly, some bunker shots tore me up at my last tournament. So we will see what I can do with this. See, in hindsight, I think flipping that camera back and forth was actually how I accidentally muted myself last time too. All right. And that's on the green. Okie doke. Could it have been a little higher, a little spinnier, a little softer, a little whatever, I guess. But it's also on the green. You know what, I'm just going to leave you there. Take care of this. See if we can get this up and down. Get there, get there, get there, get there. Oh man, that was such a great opportunity for an amazing par. And instead it was a mid bogey. Thought I had that. What can you do? Leaving it right on the edge. If I had $1 for every time I did that, I'd be 100 air. Have literally hundreds of dollars. But at least we saved a bogey. Could have been worse. After 2 pars in a row, the last thing I wanted to do was sport a double bogey there and ruin all my hard work. Oh, fantastic. These cats have obviously sliced their ball into oblivion. That's lovely. God, it feels so much nicer out here than it did the other day. Well, all week, really. It's been 100 degrees, humid, and the air wasn't moving. It's probably all the way down to the mid 80s this morning, feeling fantastic. And more importantly, there's a little breeze. Okay. If this guy goes for this, I'm going to lose my mind. I don't even know what that intention was. Looked like he could not make up his mind as to whether or not he was going to lay up or not. Good luck to him. I think he just ran it right off the front. I mean, he was so far back. I don't know why in the world you would go for it, but from that shot, I honestly can't tell what the intention was. Well, we got our other guy hitting now. Well, he's thinking about it anyway. Oh, I'm hearing some clapping from somewhere on the course. I remember my first birdie. I don't. I don't actually remember my first birdie. I don't remember my first par. I don't remember my first birdie. I remember my only eagle because it was an absolute fluke. 140 some odd yards out, probably. Was panicking. My ball was lost in the pine straw. I could tell the guy behind me was getting annoyed. I just hit like a panicked shot to the green. Got up there, couldn't find the ball. Walked around and around the green trying to find it. Eventually dropped the ball, chipped it on, walked up to putt it, and saw my ball in the hole. Now, I have had people ask me, did you keep the ball? You know, your first eagle, did you keep the ball? No. No, I did not. 2 or 3 holes later, I knocked it into the water. And while I should be sad by that, the idea of putting on my wall or something like saving in perpetuity an orange nitro golf ball, I'd sooner put it in a wood chipper. It just isn't going to happen, you know. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to go fake lefty mode. Actually, oh my God, I should really just start telling people I'm playing left-handed. Yeah, I mean, single digit handicap, but relearning the game. Lefty. Clubs are cheaper. Used. Oh, I feel like these gentlemen are taking a lot of shots to get to a green on a par 4. I mean, this should be a 3 worst case scenario. Here we go. Just stay out of the bunker for me. How about? I think it went directly. We'll see. Talking all that stuff and then give myself a tough shot. But then again, I can hardly see anything over 150 yards anyway, so for all I know, it's in great shape. But I suspect David Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson are over here waiting for me Baywatch style at the beach. Let's find out. Where am I? Of course. Okay. You know what, though? I've got a low enough lip here. I may go for it. I hate laying up on this hole anyway. And all I have to do is get it over the stuff. All right, gang. All 2 of you. I'm sitting here in this bunker. There we go. Pretty shallow lip. There's my hole over there, water in between it and I. No to left face, that's... All right, well, I mean, I have to when I'm looking this at the camera. I'm gonna come off as lefty, but I can go back to righty for the shots. Wrenchen, should I go for trying to clear this, or should I be a good boy and just pop this out of the bunker and take my third shot to the green? I'm real torn on this one. Because on one hand, I feel like I can make it. I like that. I like that, Red Dog. I like that attitude. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what we can do with that. How far? I don't have a finder on me, but I'm thinking the actual pin is probably like 135, maybe 140. It's in the back of the green. Sorry, what? Yeah, and then to clear everything is probably only 100 yards. You know, I'm just hitting it out of the junk to get there. But I mean, I think I can, right? All right, I'm thinking I take the shortest route. I don't bother trying to get this back to center, really. Maybe just try to draw it up out of here a little bit. Okay. Oh, pured. Dope. Okay. That'll work. Okay. Man, I'm glad you all told me to go for that one. I was seriously considering being a sissy and playing some real sissy ball. But that was the move. Even though it ran a little right on me, I mean, shoot. From where I am, that'll at least give me a pitch on. A look, perhaps, at a par save. Let's go find me. Let's take some options too. I don't know how I want to handle this. We're just gonna take all the options. No telling what kind of lie I'm walking into here. Where am I at? Where am I at? There we go. All right. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's just go P-whiz here. I think that's going to be the move. Just got to get it up, let it release a little bit. Oh, sit, 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 sit. Oh, man. I think I ran that off the back there. Oh. Man. Really liked that kind of off the club face. I was thinking, aggressive, but that could work out. A little too aggressive. Yeah, just needed to let it drop a little sooner there. Okay, let's see if I can do something cool here. All right, if I can just stop this on the green, I'll be happy. This is pretty much downhill. Oh, god damn. Work on it, work on it, work on it. Take it out when it matters. Mess it up. Now let's just put it close. Or it. That would have been a nice bogey save. Okay. Well, disappointing outcome there. Probably the first time I've ever been disappointed on a golf course, I would suspect. Okay. We've got our signature hole coming up here at Hobbs Hole. Felt like I just hit endless nice chips warming up, and then first time I need to break one off, comes out like one of those crumbled chips at the bottom of the bag. Haven't had to hit a wood all day yet. We'll be on hole 7, and I haven't even hit a wood yet today. Nope. No time like the present. And of course, by the present, I mean once these old gentlemen get off of my green. So this is the primary sort of water feature here that you'd be hitting over. There is a little bit more water here and there on the course, but it's about the only time that you have to carry water until they started all this construction here. So it's been sort of interesting to watch all that change. And not distracting at all when that backhoe is like beep, beep, beep in the middle of your shots. Now, I don't know if it's the same for you, but these are the shots that, like, I never really look forward to, where I'm sitting around waiting and waiting and waiting to take a shot, kind of fall out of rhythm a little bit. We'll see here. Wish it was a little sunnier out today, but I don't wish it was any warmer, so beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. All right. I've been known to make people want to walk up on this hole, so I'm going to wait just a moment. So I think I had mentioned it a little bit in the Discord or whatever, but at this last tournament, I was helping one of the other guys look for his ball, and the group behind us just fired off 2 drives right into the guy. And one of them probably, landed within 20, 30 feet of him. So he throws his hands up and he's like, ah, ah, like yelling back at him. And then it's like, he's like, hey, I'm going to beat some ass. And I was just like, oh my God, like, here it comes. Like, I came out here to whatever it was, Salem, Virginia, only to leave in a paddy wagon with the next Mr. Walk Up. Oh, Shizer. That was about as slicey as they get. We'll try one more here. That first one may have cleared, but good God, it was nowhere near online. Oh boy. Try that again. Oh my God. Lovely. That's what happens when you don't hit woods. Oh, okay. Well, better go look for the first one, I guess. How unfortunately typical. Otherwise doing basically fine. And then, in absolutely typical fashion, likely lose 2 off the same tee. Let's see if the first one made it through. And if not, oh well. If you're an Office fan, I'm going to put down a Clevin. I don't know if you're familiar with Clevins, but they're a little accounting trick. Okay, did this first one somehow wiggle through? It does not appear that I got lucky. Oh well. All right. Drop one over here. I'm pretty sure it's in this stuff to the right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, and back down. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. I can live with it and not cry myself to sleep. Since I have already mentally checked out on this hole, I'm just going to putt this with a wedge and move on, as I do not really care what the score on this one is. Eh, well, we certainly tried, didn't we? Okay, back to trying again. Had to mentally check out so that I didn't break down into tears or invoke my patented three-step plan, which of course, step one, lay on the ground. Step two, try not to cry. Step three, cry a lot. That is the best thing you can do for yourself. 3 steps to success. Okay, coming up to the most difficult hole on the course, although you would have certainly suspected it was the last one, the way that I did myself. Let's see here. I have already gotten through more holes than I thought I'd be able to, but I'm going to switch over here to a different microphone. Okay, hopefully you can still hear me. Let me know if you can, since I just switched over to the headset so that I can charge my phone, because I can't use the same microphone um, and charge. You can hear? Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to leave this one right here for this one shot, so it may not be the best angle, but I'm just trying to get a little charge on the phone here. But for the next one, I should be back to a real angle. That'll work. Yeah, okay, cool. Really interesting how now all of a sudden all my drives seem to love the left-hand side of the fairway. And even if they are just kind of pulls, I'm fine with it on account of them going far. Come on, there we go. All right, all right. So that should be down here, right on the line, I think, between the fairway and the rough. Looks decent. Where am I at? I think that mounts a little more less than I thought. Okay, there we go. Well, after that last display with the 5 wood, I think we're going to leave that in the bag. Um, see if we could maybe hit a hybrid a little better than a 5 wood or something. Because that was garbage. And that was garbage. And that's a weird bounce. I'm actually okay. Well, you sure love hitting hot garbage shots that turn out okay. Actually, it's infuriating to be perfectly honest, but I'm going to pretend like I love it. Um, and I'm going to pretend like I meant to do it. I think a ground ball was probably the safe play there. Um, I mean, can't get in trouble if you just run it 140 yards on the ground. Uh, let's see what we can do with this now. So it's somehow caught a decent little bounce there. Again, just trying to leave this plugged in here for a moment. It's a little more bare than it looks. All right, I'm going to keep this low, super low. Probably not as low as the last one since, I basically bowled the last one. That's it. Now get on. That rough ate it up, but you know what? That's at least still close. For a punch shot, that was good. Can't complain about that. Okay, now that gives me a little redemption opportunity here on this these wedges. Man, that last opportunity wasn't great. Let's see. Um, take a couple options here. All right. Last shot was shot 3, so I would have to chip this in, hold this out here for Paul. No sense in working on these wedges and then not attempting to break them out when it matters. Money. Oh, did I really not grab my putter? That was smart. That was super smart. Okay, well, a little redemption arc there anyway. That was beautiful. Beautiful wedge shot. All right, got that putter. Here we go. I'll tell you, if we can make this happen here for the 5er on the number 1 handicap hole, I'll feel good about that. Let's clean this thing off here. Looking pretty dirty. All right, bogey on the toughest hole. Sounds good. I can deal with that. And most specifically, that was just a nice wedge shot. It was the exact thing I've been practicing, and it almost went in the hole. There we go. All right. It looks like I'm actually going to get through 9 holes. This is crazy because that was hole 8. Now, this is probably my favorite par 5, as I think it's likely the easiest of the par 5s here. Plug back in here. There we go. So, let's see what I can do with what is presumably the easiest par 5. Because honestly, this par 5 and the par 4 that I just played are really only a few yards apart, and the par 4 plays much tighter. As you'll be able to see here in a moment, this par 5 is wide open. Okay, no left-handed appropriation. We're going to play with our correct-handedness. Pipe show. That's going straight, straight, straight. Okie doke. You know, there's something about just knowing that there's not really much danger that makes you hit a better shot. Stupid golf. Why is this game not 100% physical? Probably because then it would be easy. Concept of just hitting a stationary ball with a metal stick. Pretty easy. Sounds a lot like a T-ball. All right, all right. Going. Where's this going? There we go. All right, all right. In the fairway. That's where we like to be. Actually, let me drive it around the other way here. All right. Well, we're going to get to see me attempt to hit a fairway wood again. I have only tried it twice today. Both times were miserable off the same tee box. But I don't see a lot of reasons to not try right here. Not exactly on the line I wanted, but it was at least well struck. And it didn't slice. A little block, but not a slice. So all the danger on this hole is to the left. I don't know if you can sort of see all the bunkers up there. This hole is just lined with bunkers to the left. So really playing it to the right here is a smarter move anyway, even if you find yourself in the rough or something. Oh, where am I? Should be right here. There we go. See if I can get a better angle on that. Whee! There we go. Okay. Let's see, probably looking at, I don't know, maybe a 7 from here. A little hard to tell. This is really a 6. This might be a 6 for me. It does look like it's at the back of the green. All right. I really need to aim at the center of this green because I tend to block my 6 just a hair. If I can try to dial this thing at the center, I may be in decent shape. Oh boy, that's tracking at it. Okay, good shot. That's just short, but man, that was right on line. I really couldn't be much happier with that. Oh, this may be an opportunity for the chip. I know what you're thinking, Keith. I thought only professional PGA Tour level players used a chipper. Not anymore. Um, you too may also use a chipper. And while I love hitting a sexy wedge shot, there is something real low risk about just chipping this thing right over by the hole. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, little double breaker here, going right to left, then left to right. I think I gotta leave it out a little more to the right here. Steal off this thing a little bit. Like it, I like it, I like it. Ooh, that almost went in the hole. So, yeah, there we go. Would have loved to have hit a big, sexy, floppy wedge, but don't know that I would have made it here. Hmm. Something about that feels weird. Put the par on the card. There we go. The old up and down ski. Love that for myself. All right, racking up some pars today. Haven't gotten a bird yet. Only really blew up good once. Other than that, I had one double, I believe. Moving on to the back nine. A thing I did not even think I was going to be able to do, because I was convinced my phone would be dead by now. Either by way of overheating, exploding, or just dying. Now, I think that this back nine starts off easy enough. Um, so, sort of short-ish par four. A lot of times, or at least here recently, where I've been trying to play some VSGA tournaments, they have some longer par threes than I'm used to in these tournaments because I'm being based on age. I'm playing off the tips. Not anything I'd recommend to a 18 handicapper. But I've been using this one here recently as practice for like a really long par three because the senior tees, I believe, play about 220, which is just longer than anything that I've been seeing in my tournaments, and trying to get okay with the idea mentally of laying up on a par three sometimes. I mean, the very just saying it out loud makes me spit up in my mouth. But at the same time, I can accept that there are times and places for this. Okay, we got people on the green, people in the fairway. Um, gonna chill here for a second. Trying to move that. Oh, there we go. Okay. As you can see, I'm sporting the extra. I'm being a company man today. I got the Hobbs Hole shirt on. Uh, Not my most creative shirt, but it'll work. Soon as this guy's on the green, I'll go ahead and pop on out here. Man, I need to get one of those handicap flags that just lets you do whatever the heck you want. Just drive right onto the green, evidently. But then again, I really only ever took up golf to have something to do in retirement. Now, I'm nowhere close to retirement, but God willing, one day, if Social Security still exists and the stock market hasn't cratered and some of my other investments go okay, one day, I think is what I'm getting at, is I might be able to retire. And boy, that'd be nice. And I understand I'm going to need some things to do in my free time. This is the thing. This is the thing I want to do in my free time. All right. Now, in the words of W, now watch me hit this drive. Now, this is another hole where recently I've been pulling it a little bit, but it honestly gives you a decent enough look at the hole that I don't really care to fix the problem. Right's the only place you don't want to be. Straight's good, left's good. Oh, and I just ground it. What a doofus shot. Oh, what an absolute doofus burger I just ate. All right. After a bunch of decent drives, too. All right. What's my move from there? I don't think I've ever botched this one quite like this. All right. Well, the good news, if there is any, is that I have put this ball not quite to the ladies' tee, but I'm on a live stream, so I can't really play the rest of this hole with my dick hanging out of my pants. So that's excellent for me. Probably for you all too. Don't want you to get jealous. Well, probably any strike with this club will be okay. So let's just try to leave myself something that doesn't suck. Okay, that'll leave me shooting over the bunker, but that is fine. I believe I can do that. Okay, on the move. Okay, let's be real. That was an absolutely awful drive, but secondary shot, not so bad. Still have a pretty good chance here with sticking this to the green and getting out of this reasonably unscathed. Hmm. All right, here, gang. Two options. I can carry this and go directly at the pin and cut that corner of the bunker, or I could just bump something over there, play it intentionally left to the little bailout area, leave myself a chip and a putt. But the only way that I can really par this is by throwing a dart. So I think we all know what I'm about to try to do. That's not going to make it. Let's see. Let's just try that again. Jeez. Really wanted that. Really wanted that. That one's on the green. Too bad that don't count for anything. All right. Okay. Another tricky shot out of the bunker here. I can do that. Man. Say don't decelerate. Yeah. You're probably right to some extent on that one. I probably did subconsciously. That was one where I know I come in too fast with that, and it's over the back of the green. All right. Let's do something here. Well, we're out. That's about all I can say for that. Let's see, what shot was that? 4? All right. Let's chip this in for par. Oh, could be dicey. What club do I have here? At least it's the one I want. All right. All right. Gotta get this up and down here. Rough. I was just running downhill the whole way. Not really sure I could have putted it out of that rough any more effectively, though. All right. What was that? Double? At least I don't think I'm good, so you won't have to burst my bubble. Oh man, I just realized I haven't even sung to myself over my pars. I'm gonna have to do that on the next one. I'm gonna get a par on the next one just so that I can sing to myself my mariachi song. All right. Let's not be a jerk. Let's go like that. There we go. Okay. Well, a little bit of a disaster there, but you know, wouldn't be amateur golf without a couple of blow ups. All right. Man, about to reach the 100-minute mark. How not really consequential is that? Amazing. Good God, that's a giant mosquito. That's the kind of mosquito that when it's done, you feel lightheaded. Okay, so we've hit the 100-minute mark. We are on hole 11. We are looking at a par 5 that I am going to par and then sing myself a mariachi song in celebration. As soon as these guys get out of my fairway. So as par 5s go, this one is also, honestly, in my opinion, not very difficult. Doesn't mean I'm really going to par it, but certainly not unparable. Um, the next hole, I tend to have a little bit of a mental block on, but it really shouldn't be that hard. And the next one, not too hard. But then we get into some really tough holes. So if I can, let's see, what is this? 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. If I can bogey both of those, I'll be thrilled with myself. And I've made a fair amount of pars today, but those are tough holes, man. They're tough. Dude, these geezers are waiting to hit a ball to the green. There is no chance on God's green earth they're making a ball there. Top end, these dudes can hit a ball maybe 150 yards. There is no way. And there they are, just waiting for that thing to clear. Crazy to me. Gentlemen, hit your little dribblers and go. There it is. Very proud of you. And when I say it sarcastically there, that's not how I mean it when I say it during the shows. All right. Just keep going straight. I can't tell if that caught the edge or not. We'll see. Hopefully, it didn't catch the edge of that bunker. It was otherwise hit reasonably well. But I think I will be close to it if nothing else. Is that it right there? Where am I? I don't see it anywhere. Oh, it's past the bunker. There we go. Okay. Now from here it's basically straight is the pin. It probably makes the most sense for me to leave myself like 100 in. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Okay, that might be more like 80, but that should be fine. Now, admittedly, I tend to like a full 9 here, and, well, this may leave me kind of in between clubs a little bit. Probably better, though, to shoot for the back of the green. And if it doesn't come out perfect, that's okay. Good. Oh, God, I thinned it so badly. Just stop. Oh. Okay. Left myself a pitch there. Jeez. That was not the time for that. Oh, man. I just wonder how much of that is me talking myself into that not being the shot that I really wanted to leave myself. This is why golf is such a stupid game. Bunch of Scottish rascals came up with it, probably to drive the English insane. Probably. Let's see what I can do here. I'm going to have to hit a real sexy wedge. There's just no way around it. Where am I? Okay. All right. That's not so bad. All right. Let's see if I can get this thing. There we go. See that? Yeah. Okay. All right. Sexy golf shot time. Dry that off a little bit. All right. That was not sexy enough. That was not nearly sexy enough. Okay. A little bit of a weird reference, but that was about as sexy as all of those women in the newest Will Smith video. You know what I mean? Pretty girls, where evidently every girl in the entire world is a pretty girl. By the way, what a weird downfall for that guy, too. Jesus Christ. Like, he used to be so, like, corny cool, but, like, still cool, even though he was kind of a dork. And now he's just like a parody of himself. I mean, just, ugh. Man, the pace has been good today, but I needed that one to sing to myself and didn't get it. That's just one of them bogeys. Oh well. One of them funky disco bogeys. Whoopsies. Drop and kick my putter. That's good. Really good stuff. I don't know if anybody saw that pro the other day that dropped his putter. I think it was a putter. Maybe it was an iron. Maybe it was an iron. That's not the liquid has been detected. Okay. Uh-oh. Dang it. Just dropped it right back in the water. Let's see if we can. I'd hate to blow my phone up. Oh boy. Okay, well, the cord's just going to have to dry off apparently. I let it touch the wet grass, and that's enough for it to be mad at me. Hopefully I got a little bit of charge on this thing. We'll see. Maybe it'll dry off fast enough. All right, pulling up to a par 3 here. The tee box and pin location vary wildly on this one, so it generally states, I think, like what does it say? 135, generally more like 140 or something. I'll just play this to the back again. Looks like the flag's back there anyway. And if I push it over, which I have done any number of times, then whoopsies, as they say. All right, let's see what we can do with this. Okay, well, that was long and right. I think that might be gone. That was, jeez, jeez. When did I start hitting these clubs far? It's just, I don't think I've ever pushed one that far on this hole. But this is the exact one that I said I had a little bit of a mental block on, so I really shouldn't be all that shocked. And to be totally real, even though this is a stupidly easy par 3 on paper, I swear I should just lay up on it. Drives me freaking nuts. All right, that one's on the green. We'll see if that first one is in. I just can't imagine it is. But maybe I get one of those lucky Lexington the third bounces and it just stays in somehow. All right. Man, that first one just had too much lateral on it. A lot of spin. I think that thing just took off. But just in case it's a crap. Well, I've left my 56-degree wedge. I'll have to go back for that. Let's see if I can finish this hole first. Plus, I'm getting the low phone battery warning, and we'll see. Might be a struggle to get through 18. But if I can, if my charging port will at least dry out, I might be okay. Yeah, I don't see a ball right here.
Yep. I'm pretty bad about looking for balls. Ain't gonna happen. Loose and sexy. Yeah. Ain't that the freaking truth? Okay. All right. Long putt here. This would this would what be for bogey? It's the first one went out. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Ah! So close. Ugh. Man, ran right by the hole. All right. Left myself a little comebacker here. Man, that just barely missed. Barely, barely missed. There we go. Ugh. All right. Well, that could have been a lot worse considering the first shot was OB. But that's how I tend to do myself. One day I'm going to figure out how to be nice to myself, give myself easier shots. But till then, just keep abusing myself. All right. Let's see now if number one, my phone will plug back in. Okay, it does look like it will accept that. Now we need to go find this 52 degree, or 56 rather. And I'm so sure it is at the exact place of my last disappointment. I'm sure it's sitting right there. Amateurs Golfing, I see you jumped in there, buddy. Good to see you. I'm currently on hole 10, 11, 12. I will be going to 13. I haven't even been keeping score, so I couldn't tell you how much over I am or whatever. There we go. Screw. All right, got it. Now let's get on out of here. Let these gentlemen take their approach shots. Okay. So let's see here. Last couple of holes, though. Let's see. On at least the back nine, I'm close enough on that that I can give you an approximation there. I think it was what happened there on 10. I think it was bogey on 10. Or maybe it was maybe double on 10. Bogey on 11. Put my first tee shot OB there on this par 3. Then put it away in 3 shots after that. So coming into a reasonably easy par 4. As easy a par 4 as I'm going to see. When I say easy, I mean like for a good golfer. Where in the U.S.? I am in Virginia. I'm playing today at Hobbs Hole. I'm actually wearing one of the old shirts here. Um, it is in, like I said, Tappahannock, Virginia. Um, Maybe not super well known course, but it generally rates very well on like Golf Pass and whatever. We got a great crew here. Um, Usually the fairways are in great shape. You know, greens are almost always in excellent shape. Let's see. Never been to Vienna. Hey, lots of great golf out here, man. Lots of great golf. Certainly you think about kind of Florida and North Carolina and all for golf. But I'll tell you, we've got a lot of great courses. All right, let's see if we can do something with this. Well, it's hit. Okay, that should be a good position. Ugh. Let's see here. Struggling a little bit to keep enough power on this thing today. I honestly didn't expect to get past 9 holes. I'd had problems before with just the phone overheating or whatever else. Um, but it's been much cooler today. And luckily, I've been able to keep just enough power on this thing. Yeah, the drive. Yeah, that did sound good, I think. I hit reasonably solid. This is what I'm talking about in terms of the condition of the fairways. I mean, like you can just see, everything's in pretty darn good shape here. You get over here to the rough. I think this got a little chewed up when we just had too much rain a few weeks ago. But generally speaking, as you can see, they're pretty decent condition. All right, I just have to keep this reasonably straight. It can be short, that's fine. This pin location sucks because they've got this thing tucked on sort of a shelf here to the left, and then everything just wants to funnel to the back right. So even coming up short here is okay as long as it is close enough. Well, that sounded good. Okay, that's right in front of the pin. Love that. That's kind of the exact shot that I was hoping to hit, to be perfectly honest. Exactly what I was talking about. Hey, I can leave that just a little short. Just don't really want to run it past the pin. Don't want to run it to the right of the pin. And I put it, well, here, you'll see here 1 second. Here we go. Right there in front. I wonder, can I just, okay. I'm just going to zoom this one in so that I can um, keep it plugged in here. I just need, plus this is going to be real quick. This is 2 shots. Bingo bango. Actually, I don't want my headset to disconnect. Okay. Para su gloria, Señor Keith, Mr. Keith, felicitos. Para su partner, campo de golf. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That is perhaps, well, I was going to say it's my favorite song. It's my second favorite song that I made. The Mariachi Band is phenomenal. Um, but honestly, just the tip with Trip is my favorite. We got to start spamming the MacGuffins to do more Trip too. Trip is a G. All right, these guys are hiding behind this bunker over here trying to get killed, so I'm going to give them a second. Oh, okay. Well, that was at least a nice par there. I love coming up with a plan and then it works. That's refreshing. I'll tell you that. There they go. I just won't get out of range. It's okay. So just sort of looking at my channel the other day, you know, I think anybody who kind of creates anything and puts it out there can kind of relate to this one. You know, but I had done a song, little diss track on like Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy and some other pro golfers, and YouTube just won't touch it. Like no matter what I do, they just like refuse to promote the song. Um, and at this point, the live stream, hour-long live stream that I did the other day, now has more views than that song and the song and music video. I probably sunk, I don't know, at least 15 hours into. Like it's eclipsed by me just randomly going live, or pretty much any other thing I do. So that's always fun. Alrighty. I don't mind this location over here so much, but it always makes me want to play it off the right hand edge of this bunker. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Carry for me? What do you say? Ooh, big bounce, big bounce. Okay, that's got to be in great shape. That's got to be. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, amateur. It's like the outcome of your holes or whatever seems to have you like no different. Like it makes no difference whatsoever, right? And if anything, maybe it makes sense that some of the bad holes do well because hey, it's to some extent maybe more entertaining to watch somebody mess up, which is like Berdogie's entire brand. Um, but at the same time, you hate it when it's like, oh man, I did this really great thing, and like it's collectively met with like, yeah, they are relatable. He is relatable. I'll give him that. So it's like Pondos and what's the matter? I mean, I don't think I'm one of the only people that watches way more amateurs golfing than pros. I mean, a lot of times it just doesn't do it for me. Damn, this was a nice drive. Wow. I'm gonna have to get really creative to screw this up. This is honestly about the best position I've ever been in. You know what they say, amateurs golfing. That's the best. That's the best. Man, okay. All right, help me out here. This is where I struggle. Okay. This is very tight. Tighter than it looks, because if anything drops sort of short, you can kind of see where there's like a little valley there between myself and these other guys. If anything drops in there, it's headed right. Okay. Um, I've not really been hitting long ball particularly well today. I'm thinking maybe just hit a 6 iron, keep it safe. At least it'll go straight, I'm pretty sure. I could try to juice it with a 5 wood, but oh, I just don't trust myself right now. I've been hitting my hybrid fine too. I don't know. Okay, I think the tightest dispersion I'm probably going to get with this club. And I just needed to not go into the S on this shot. I'm going to hit a provisional just in case. I think I just saw it take an awful bounce. Awful bounce. That was a great shot. Well, maybe I could have played it slightly smarter, but I mean, it was well struck. Well, the same shot, basically. Okay, okay. Hopefully, I see the first one. God, that kills me. I have one job. One job. Don't let the ball go right. But it is so distracting looking at a phone. Thank God I see the ball. So distracting looking at a pin, I'll tell you that. Okay. Let's see. Can we even see this? Is there some way that I can get a shot of this? That might be as good as it gets. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I like that. Put this over here and grab the other one. Okay. All right. That should have left us some pretty good shape. Yeah. Middle of fairway. Going by the car path signs. We'll take that. Should just be a little light P-dub in. Oh, oh. All right. Let's at least watch a ball do the thing I want it to do. Jeez. And I can already tell that I'm going to hate that lie over there, too. Amazing. And it's so badly. Okay. Wow. Just two awful approach shots. Good God. Don't think I'd shaken that first one off yet. Definitely shouldn't have looked at the upcoming lie. That's for sure. Like, should have just blindfolded myself to take that shot. The hardest part is not the physical. The hardest part is the mental. Like, I know I'm physically capable of hitting a golf ball with a metal stick. Um, but man, it's just like you get hung up on some dumb little thing, and then that's all you're thinking of as you're attempting to hit that next shot. Let me think here. What shot is this for me on this ball? I think I just bladed that second ball over, but at least I still have my first one. Let me think about that. That was drive. Then a 6 iron, 7. Okay, this would be 5. So I got a whole. Oh, Jesus. Man, that got out of hand quickly. All of a sudden, I need to hold this for a par. Oh my God! Almost hold it. Well, okay. Gotta go make that for a double after almost chipping it in. All right. Let me grab my putter. Yeah, it definitely is, man. I mean, I'm at least used to filming shorts and all. So, I mean, like, I'm used to playing with a camera, but in terms of just keeping the flow and making sure that every shot is like framed up correctly and, whatever, that it's a little bit tougher. The first time I was so bad at it, I kept forgetting to. Oh, wait a minute. I'm still zoomed in. There we go. See, perfect example, right? Like, I zoomed in back there, forgot to zoom back out. Um, it's just so easy to do. There it is. Oh, dripped in the side door. That's what we like to see. I mean, absolutely phenomenal double bogey save right there. I would love to see a better double bogey save than that. Also, you know what other random thing I forgot today that's driving me absolutely bonkers? A belt. Just not having a belt is driving me nuts today. All right. Okay. So as I had said, I guess a couple holes back there, I was saying that hey, this the one that I just did and this next one really are the two toughest on the back nine. So I was hoping that, hey, I could just bogey them both, just doubled that one. Maybe if I can get off a decent enough drive here, I'll have a line on the dog leg. But this is one of these hard dog leg right. And if the pin is tucked to the right, then there's basically no shot at it. Unless you're trying to go like bend one over trees on your approach shot, which you know, maybe if you're good enough, that's the move. But I'm trying to take easy shots to the extent that I can. It's the first one I've really felt that way about. Damn. Okay. Well, how unfortunate. Yeah, that would have been nice to do the first time. Okay. Still likely not in great shape. Probably still have to punch from there. Just knowing which way that land breaks. Okay. Well, let's see here. You know, I might take this opportunity to move up in the par rel rankings here. Stop by the free ball store, as I like to call it. Let's see. There's always balls over here. All right. All right. There's one. Any others right here for the easy pickings? All right. Keep moving. All right. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Well, it's in. It may be barely in, but it's in. Let's see what I'm going to do about this. Yep, I think I'm just going to have to punch this. Please get over this bush. Perfect. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't. May have. I'm just realizing the leaves may have mostly blocked that one, but you've seen a punch out before, I'm sure. Twas not exciting. All right, we now finally have a look at this hole, or at this flag, rather. Okay. I think the move here, hmm, I'm torn. This is where I get myself into trouble, particularly in tournaments and stuff. It's like I just had a terrible tee shot, then had to punch the next one, right? So what, 4-5, right? So I'm laying 5 or whatever as I'm staring at the green of a par 4. Really makes me want to hunt down this pin, but then I also know that's stupid. But it's like, what am I really going to send this to the opposite side of the green on my 5th shot? Okay, okay. Sometimes you just got to chase them down. Just could not stomach the idea of another shot that was not directed right at that flag. Okay, at least we cleared the bunker. We're on the green. A tricky putt. This green is tough. It doesn't feel like nearly as much break as it looks like. Let's clean that off. Oh, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay. Decent line, I think. That just didn't have enough on it. Ouch. Okay. What do you call it? Blow up hole. Ouch. All right. I'm going to make a par on the next one. I know I'm going to. I can feel it in my plums. I'm doing it. Got to make up for that train wreck. I guarantee you I never come out here without a belt ever again. This is driving me nuts, tugging at my pants all day. I don't know how these kids do it. I guess they don't bother to pull them up, but either way, it's annoying to me. right, what do we have here? 3 holes left? 3 holes left. I can't believe I'm about to make it through 18 holes. To be perfectly blunt, I didn't know that there was any way I was going to make it through 9 holes. So that's great. And I also do have a little phone cooler thing coming to try to help with the heat here this summer. Man, they got me moved all the way back here. Oh, good God. It's just 2 club length difference from where the tee box usually is. Oh, come back, come back, come back. That is either right on the line or I yanked it out. I don't know which. If it's in, it's smoked. Past the bunkers and everything. Let's see. Try this one more time. Dang. Okay, that's pretty darn straight. Yep. Well, we'll see if that first one is in. Man, I smoked that. I really hope it stayed in. All right, let's see here. Second one for sure in the middle of the fairway. First one is going to be close. I believe it went over these trees. It was humble. But I always do that to myself in terms of absolutely smoking a ball that I've pulled. Only I could do it on demand. Oh man, if it was round, it was going to be right here. Oh man, dang! I crushed that thing. Dang. Oh well. All right. You have to take the second one then. Because it needs to go in the fairway. But jinxed myself right out of that par, didn't I? I know I had that. Oh, let's try that again. Okay. Well, I've got more than I want in, and I'm more strokes than I want to have. So, not a whole lot of reason to play it safe here. Might as well go for it. Mm, 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 mm. Why do I hit anything above a 6 iron sometimes? I wonder to myself. Because I can't do it with any kind of consistency. And what works one day doesn't seem to work the next. Let's just come up barely short. That's like, I know I can do that. So why don't I just do that? Why don't I just do that? Is there somebody out there that can just tell me, why don't I do smart things? Why do I play so dumb? Am I as dumb as I play? It just, it never ceases to amaze me. Where I will absolutely take every opportunity to queue up a shot with a crappy risk to reward ratio instead of just knowingly barely coming up short and taking an easy approach in. Or, I mean, just, God, why do I do this to myself? Okay. Let's shake off all the shit. Now stop. I've been overshooting and overshooting and overshooting. Oh my God. I need a rangefinder again. Except that I just keep losing them. It's just a money losing proposition for me. I get to know distances for like 3 weeks. And then it's like, all right, well, hope you had fun with that. Now taking what I perceive to be one of the easiest holes on the course and just blowing it up. All right. This one doesn't count for anything, but gonna hit it anyway. Garbage. Far to the other one roll. Oh my God. I am nearly as far away as I was previously. I mean, how do you even? How do you even? Felt like I tapped that with a wedge and flew the entire green. I don't want to act like I played an amazing round of golf, but the collapse in the last 3 holes has been just unfortunately typical, but painful nonetheless. The putting pace has been good all day. Just, all right. 2 more chances to do something cool. All right. So I've got a par 3 and kind of a longish par 4 to cap this out here. All right, let's get this thing plugged in. Here we go. All right, 17 coming up. Yeah, one of these times I might have to even try keeping track of the score. Never even opened the scorecard today. Okay, so I'm going to be okay with the idea of going up slightly short here and staying out of the bunker to the right. The only priority here is staying out of the bunker to the right. Tell myself that one more time before I hit the ball. Ah, fatty, fat, fat. Oh, stop. I think it honestly just ran all the way to the bunker. I had one job. Once again, one job. I am so bad at one job. Hey, pal, all you have to do is not let this ball go right. Maybe even consider a draw here. For Jesus Christ's sake. Well, that ain't it either. All right. Pretty sure my first one rolled, caught the edge of the bunker, and rolled in. So yeah, I mean, if you got any suggestions on how to be less stupid, not even no stupid. I'm not expecting to bring my stupid down to 0. But sometimes I feel like on a scale of 1 to 10, my stupid is like a 85. And all I need to do is bring. Oh my God, is that ball actually alive? I think it is. It doesn't make me feel any differently about that though. I feel like my dumb is at like an 85 half the time. And if I could bring it down to like a 25, that would be honestly everything that I could wish for. Again, I can accept 0 stupid ain't happening. Oh, all right, what are my options here? I'm going to lose my mind. I am going to lose my mind. That was such an easy shot to just flub. Such an easy shot to flub. God. That looked pretty good. Dang, that's right next to the hole. All right, give me a second. Oh, let's go make this putt. All right. If I miss this putt, I can't imagine I'll be able to hold on to this golf ball. Okay. May not be a par, but you know what? A 4 doesn't blow up scorecards. I can deal with that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Red Dog. You know, I was just watching one of those Golf Digest videos on the bunker shots after ruining my own day on whatever day it was there, Monday, I guess. And honestly, I do feel like, hey, I mean, at least I've been out every time. All right, last hole. I appreciate you all, man. You've been riding with me here the vast majority of the time. What are we, about 170 minutes in? Is it almost 3 hours? Um, awesome. All right, pound one more tee shot. Do it. All right. If I did not have a little wind coming into me here, I'd be real tempted to try to take a line over this bunker. But I can kind of feel it in my face here. So I think I'm going to try to fade it off into the fairway instead of taking the tiger line over the bunker. That's pretty much smoked. Okay. 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 Great shot. Super happy with that. Okay. Okay. Got a hold of that drive. I'm leaving myself in pretty good position here. Um, I'd love to be able to do something with it and end it with a par. So that'd be lovely. All I have to do is not be an idiot, which is so much harder than it sounds. I actually thought it was a little further than that, but okay, I'll still do. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, over there is my green. You know what? Let me just unplug here. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna not be an idiot. I'm gonna hit a 6-iron. I'm gonna come up just short, and then I'm gonna get the up and down for a par. That's how this is gonna go. Okay, I'm inside of the cart path signs, so that worked. Now I just have to hit some sort of halfway decent wedge or a bump and run or something. Let's see what I can do. Determined to par this last one. Got to do it for the tube. Oh, I said I was inside the cart path sign. Outside. Still pretty good. Can't really complain about that. Okay. I have flown two very similar wedges over the green. I think my move here is a patented Lexington the Third bump and run. Because I swear to God, if I fly another green with a wedge, I'm going to throw it. Okay, middle of green. Middle of green. That at least gives me a par putt. Just got to take this putt seriously and drain it. It's a long one, but every putt is a makeable putt to the right person. Just ask JJ Smart. All right. Probably got about a 25 footer. Would have loved to have seen that run up a little ways, but I swear to God, the thought of chipping or pitching a second time was enough to make me want to vomit, so just couldn't risk it. Okay. Wish me luck there, gang. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Oh, at least I made it exciting. All right, bogey it is. Man, almost, almost. Well, guys, I really appreciate tuning in. You could have been anywhere this morning. You could have watched any stupid idiot play golf, but you chose this stupid idiot, and I appreciate that. I guess I will see you all in the Discord. I will see golf wrenching on the course there down in Waterworld, West Palm Beach. Um, and to anybody else watching, man, thank you, Red Dog or Iron Jim or whoever else had popped in, man. Thank you all so much. If you're still here and haven't hit the like button, please do that. That's it. I'm out. Thanks so much.